The Apocalypse players present an uncommon burial. A Call of Cthulhu 7th edition scenario written by Danann McAleer in the style of M.R. James. With Joseph Chance as Dr. Henry Carraig-Muir, Dan Wheeler as Reverend Peregrine McCutcheon, Dominic Allen as Lady Helen Marjorie Bjarmia Potts, and Danann McAleer as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. Part 28. We'll see if the old stories are true.
I turn and I put my hands on Gura's shoulders, maybe with just the slightest of glances at McCutcheon, and I say, "We want to help you. What is it that you need?"
I have it right here. And then she just starts chuckling. And it turns it's like the in-breath becomes really sort of quite pronounced, and it basically turns into this cackle. And her eyes go very wide. You can see like tears in the corner of her eyes from the laughter, and her pupils seem to dilate.
Don't. No, don't.
What? What should I not do? You people are fucking ridiculous, honestly. And she picks up your coat and slams it. She just stops, dead. Her face goes dead, and she says, "I thought we had something, you know? I think your friends, man. Your friends, they fucked with your head. I don't know why you're all here. Me and my sister, we're going to enjoy the festival. We're the Princesses of the Sea this year. We'll get all the drinks bought for us. We'll get all the attention. We're going to be just grand."
Until you drown in a boat and they bury you in the soil and then you come back.
I don't know what the fuck you're on about, love. I'm sorry. I know you're from some posh college somewhere, and I'm sorry, but... Well, look. And she lifts up her top, shows you again, in front of you, Peregrine, this time, this stomach with no navel or anything. She says, What's that, Reverend? Do you want a bit more? And starts to lift it up over her.
I pushed her hand back down.
Oh, there we are. There's the man I thought I was.
Young lady, a man is dead. Miriam Dag is dead. Henry, I haven't told you this. Lady Helen, Lady Marjorie, apologies. I don't believe I've told you yet. The man is dead. I saw him change shape. A shapeshifter. I saw a hand with other hands growing from it. None of this makes sense. It's monstrous. Young lady, your lack of a navel is not... It's not an abomination. It's not something we are...
Yes, it's quite boring, actually.
In the grand scheme of things, frankly, it is. It's pedestrian compared to some of the monstrosities we've confronted in the past 10 years. But...
What did you say, Peregrine? A hand growing from another hand? But no, that does make sense. Because William, it's William, isn't it? William, Derek's friend, the little shit who threw worms at us.
Derek?
No, Derek was his friend.
Oh no, Samuel is the one who threw...
Samuel. They've all got the same sort of name.
English, yeah.
Horrible. Samuel tore some worms apart and put it in the soil, which I assume is from Weathersoul. And I watched with my own eyes as they knitted themselves together in a fractal abomination. So they burn people here. They cremate them. And I think it's because they know if they bury them, they'll come back.
They'll come back.
They'll come back.
And they'll come back
wrong.
Different. Changed.
Like this bitch.
No, Gloria.
I don't say that.
Gloria, where's your sister?
She's down at the docks. She doesn't look pissed off or amused anymore. She just looks a bit sort of dazed by what she's just heard.
Whose boat are you going out in, Gloria?
What do you mean? The ceremony, I think tomorrow,
They'll take you out in a boat. Whose boat?
I just the boat. I don't know. I haven't seen the boat. They said something about that though. But that's the end of the ceremony. They're going to light the statue, light the effigy, I think they call it, and then.
If it's a boy crow or a crane, don't get in that boat.
No, wait.
Right.
No, Peregrine, wait. No, get in the boat.
I also wonder. This is the first two of you have heard about like multiple fingered hands, and the other two of you have heard about this. I wonder if there's maybe a sanity roll as you're sharing the information you didn't know.
I think it does make sense in relation to the fact, but he's instantly translated it to a continuation of the fractal imaging.
Oh no, totally. And please continue on that note.
That he saw, but it's a year ago. So I think maybe what I'm about to try is okay. I get you. So I start and I say,
I think because all three of you are hearing new information that's pretty disturbing. So
could we not in some way join forces? Is what I say as I sort of reach across to you, and then I think Peregrine, I sort of immediately head over towards you, and I grab you and I say, can we not save them too? Oh no, I had passed that. No, I haven't. It was close.
He was killed. He was killed in the cell by another crow, Leonard Crow. Saint Leonard was the patron saint of prisoners, but he killed him in a prison cell. He fell. It was dark, but I saw the hand. Fingers grew out of the fingers.
Went to York once to St Leonard's Hospital. They bricked up a nun. In St Leonard's Hospital, left her to die. She was a prisoner. Now she haunts the place.
It's true. The shapes replicate. They form on the backs of each form.
They bricked her up.
It was the same down in Whitby Bay.
Exactly.
It was the same in the tunnel. I saw them, and I take this thing out of my pocket, and then I realise I don't have my pocket, and I dash back for the jacket.
The cranes and the crows.
Which I put down, and I grab Gioria, and I say, look.
The cranes and the crows.
And I shove it in her face.
What the fossil?
Yeah.
The cranes and the crows.
As Marjorie's words are rolling over me.
Yeah.
The cranes and the crows and all the bird people. Your name's a bird person, Peregrine Falcon. I've fumbled my sanity roll.
What a brilliant way of revealing it. No. I thought you were committing.
That's a 99 on a 24.
Oh, wow.
I've only got 3 to go before I go absolutely cuckoo.
I love it.
The cuckoos. Are they a family in town? They probably are. Bastards. Murdering bastards. I'll kill them all.
I think. I mean, you'll get a bout of insanity there, right?
Yeah, well, I'd take a fumble on a sanity roll is normally the maximum san loss for whatever it was, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like 4 to me, but dunno.
It is a 4.
Oh yeah.
In fact, if someone has a 4 to hand, mine's fallen off.
Well, I would just take them. I would just take the maximum, which is unfortunately indefinite insanity for me. Weep. And I'm holding a shotgun.
Yay! And I'm I failed as well, so is that a D4 as well for me?
Oh, yeah, it will be, yeah. Peregrine, did you succeed?
Well, what? Having told myself
On the sanity, just your sanity roll.
sanity roll for telling myself something that I already knew.
Oh, but I thought from what Marjorie had said about seeing the worms knitting together in the house and stuff like that, I basically thought there was enough.
I think, but we.
They'd already discussed that. They'd already discussed it.
Oh no, you'd seen that outside the thing. You're quite right. You had already discussed.
Peregrine, as usual, is the only person
Yeah,
in his passive observer's role.
who can somehow.
He's seen it all.
It washes over him like.
I can't explain it.
But yeah, no, you're right. Your revelation was far more disturbing.
But I didn't know.
No.
And now I'm being told, like, this guy's hands. And of course I believe Peregrine. So it all makes perfect sense to me.
I think you all implicitly believe each other, unless you're.
Oh well, I've got reason to believe.
And I'm saying in front of Lady Helen, I've got this thing. We're playing catch up.
So, how did you do on?
I lost 3 sanity.
Oh my god.
Not good.
Fucking hell.
rough.
I feel like me just telling you a story has been the biggest sound loss of the...
Yeah. Well, you've rolled rather well on other rolls. You've sort of lost one here, there, everywhere else.
Yeah.
I've done really well on sound loss up until this point.
It seems to be that these three, the information they receive from each other ends up making them go far more mad than what they see in person.
Well, it makes sense for me because I saw those worms.
Yeah.
And so to hear, fractal hands is like, well, that makes perfect. I could believe that. I've suspected that might be a horrible possibility because now I've seen the worms.
Yeah.
But that's awful that it's happening to humans.
It's a confirmation of everything that we've feared from a year ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a continuation of finding Robert's journal, right? And the images on of the fossils.
So yeah, makes sense that I've gone completely doolally tap.
I guess, yeah, it is basically worst case scenario confirmed in that regard.
I've lost 3. I'm not indefinite, but I'm not.
You're not feeling well.
Obviously, there's an involuntary action.
Yeah. And so I think, you're still there with Gioria, right?
Yes.
I mean, you were still trying to be close to her, like trying to keep contact with her.
Yeah, I think I'm showing her the fossil. I'm saying, look.
Yeah, you've pushed it into her face. And I think maybe your involuntary action is you back her up far harder than you intend to, sort of towards the door. And like basically sort of slam her into the door, like in a far more violent way than you intended. And she sort of catches her breath and looks winded and suddenly looks. It's not like it doesn't look like the reaction of someone that's never had that sort of action done to her before, but she does. You see something in her eyes change. Maybe it's the degree of trust she sort of had for you.
Yeah, aye.
Or the degree of allegiance she felt she had with you. You see something harden in her eyes, basically. And a slight smile plays across her mouth, but you can't read what it is. And you sort of find yourself there just pinning her to the door, like breathing, pushing this fossil in. And meanwhile, Lady Marjorie, I mean, you were the one who said you had a shotgun in your hands, right?
Well, I do have a shotgun and she gave it me back.
And you are now indefinitely insane.
Yes.
Yes. So
no intelligence roll, is just straight into a bout, right?
It is. Doolally tap.
I mean, I'm tempted to just go with what you were giving us in terms of, like, improvisation, which is...
Well, I shoot myself.
an obsession with birds.
Oh, I see.
Like a fear of birds or something.
I thought you meant when I was pretending to put the gun in my mouth.
No, but I think you do think... You are thinking about the crows and the cranes and everything. But
the crows, the cranes, the falcons.
It's all come from this, but actually... It is that, but it isn't that. It's all come from this, the worms knitting themselves together, the hands that you've just imagined so vividly in your head that Peregrine's described, the sort of fingers coming out of fingers.
Yeah.
And you realise, like, there is... her, with the navel missing, she is similar. There's something else you feel like you need to check her entire body. You need to, check her hands, check her feet, you get this impulse. You need everyone. You need to check their fingers and toes. You need to count all of them. You can't be sure who's multiplying. Maybe it's happening to you. Maybe it's happening to you already.
Who's a bird? Anyone could be a bird.
Are they growing claws? Are their eyes bloodshot? And you just start, you need to frantically, yeah.
I think I scrunch my eyes up and I just hear these gulls in my head. And I wheel the shotgun round and like I'm clay pigeon shooting twice.
Yeah.
And like one of the optics above the bar just shatters, sprays more creme de menthe everywhere. And then another one. And I probably shout in between. I go, Paul! And then I wheel round with the now spent gun and point it in everyone's face and I go, "Are you a bird? I need to know. Show me your hands and feet. I need to see everything, even your sex organs." Birds have what are they called?
A cloaca.
A cloaca. I need to know you haven't got one of those.
Wow.
Are you birds dressed as men?
You have developed ornithophobia.
There we go.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
And of course, you know Peregrine's obsessed with birds, of course.
Oh, great. So we've got an ornithophile and an ornithophobic.
Yeah, perfect.
And at that point, the cuckoo clock in the corner, sets off and goes, cuckoo!
Just start smashing it with the gun.
Yeah, it clicks, the gun clicks 3 times, then I just swing it round like a bat and smash the cuckoo clock to pieces.
Lady Marjorie, please.
Fucking bird!
Lady Marjorie.
Plotting against us with their beady little black eyes, they're spies!
No, it's the people. They corrupt the names.
No.
It's not the birds, please, Lady Marjorie.
Peregrine, the birds are in their brains, and they're controlling them like puppets. You saw the puppet man? He was probably a heron in disguise.
Well, perhaps an egret, but...
He was by the river. Yes, the puppet man. He was mocking us. Look at me with my puppets, but you're my puppets because he's the bird man.
No, Lady Marjorie, please.
Do birds have belly buttons?
No.
And then I scream at Gory. I grab her and shake her.
No.
Do birds have belly buttons?
No.
Get off her.
No.
Get off her.
I grab Lady Marjorie and I say, that's it. Of course they don't. They hatch.
They hatch from fucking eggs.
Get her away, Peregrine. Take her away.
Like spiders, like disgusting creatures of the earth, snakes.
I do. I try and sort of drag Lady Marjorie away from Gioria before she does something.
And then I'm crying, I'm sobbing into your arm, and I go, all the worst animals hatch from eggs. Spiders and snakes and birds. And platypus ducks.
Yeah, you sort of allow yourself to be taken aside by Peregrine.
The gun slips from my hands as he takes me away. I'm just shaking and crying.
Yeah. And Carraig-Muir, I think your involuntary action is...
I mean, I've got a really strong offer for you, Danann, but I don't know whether I should do it.
Oh, please, I'd love it. You can't say that and then not.
No, I feel like my instinct is to say... I think in that moment I grab Gioria by the hand and I pull it up to my chest. I put it square in the middle of my chest and I say, all right, your place then. And I throw the door open and I drag her outside.
Oh, wow. Yeah, love it.
No, Henry, it's taken us 5 sessions to get back together. Please don't leave us.
I mean, you can go after him if you want. I mean, it has been a very brief reunion and he suddenly seems to just... Yeah, you've taken Lady Marjorie aside, and I don't know if you hear necessarily what Henry says, but you just see him push open the door and seemingly drag this young girl out with him.
Do I hear what he says? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
He does have a good listen skill, I think.
Can I roll for that?
Yeah, please. Very good suggestion.
Definitely do.
Nice.
I definitely hear hard success.
So it's an odd thing to hear, because considering the context of the situation.
Yeah. Does she look like she goes willingly as he moves towards the door?
In that moment, I think, because he's pinned her up against the door in this, because you had that involuntary action. So I feel like...
I imagine it's sort of a breaking of that moment through into
a breaking of the moment and then a taking her by the wrist and just basically leading her out the door.
Mm-hmm. Partly created by Marjorie's explosion, that is.
Yeah, outburst. I mean, yeah, also, the shotgun's gone off twice. There's optics, like, dribbling down the wall. There's...
Yeah, creme de menthe on the ceiling.
Annabelle looked like she was about to lamp Helen, but...
Yeah. Annabelle.
You know, I think when she burst into tears, sort of let you take her, but just took the shotgun.
Annabelle, where are your parents?
I don't know. I need to find them.
They're coming to... Are they... Will they help us?
Aye.
Will they... What can they do? Will they take us to Weathersall?
If they must, they can. I'd really rather not. I think we should just leave town. Things seem to be going badly wrong in them. It seems worse than I expected. Where's your friend going?
What do you mean than you expected? What did you expect?
Well, we knew about this. They have this festival every few years, and girls go missing. Things happen. We know about the smugglers, the bird worshippers, but I don't know. This time, since he arrived, him up on the moors, they've seemed desperate.
Can I hear this?
Well, you've gone out through the door. So this is sort of happening as you drag her out the door.
Yeah.
We must follow Henry. We must follow the doctor. Lady Marjorie.
Yes.
Come with us.
Will there be birds? Keep me away from the birds.
No. In fact, I suspect the birds are coming here. We must leave here.
Oh, we must go at once.
You see Annabelle starts she says, well, get your friend before whoever she is drags him off down some alleyway and has her way with him. Let me just, and you see her going back to the bar and sort of locking up the door. The body's still down there, obviously. You can tell that's what's on her mind, and sort of checking around the place. But you can follow out after Henry and Gioria if you'd like to.
I think I have to. But if I can try and bring Lady Marjorie along with me, I think both as player and character, I don't want the party to split again, especially when two of them seem like they're right on the edge of their sanity.
Yeah, which they do seem.
Yeah.
So, Henry, as you sort of drag Gioria out into the street, you sort of get a wash of the cold air, and it is pitch black now.
I mean, that's the only dragging I want to do. I don't want in any way to coerce her.
Yeah, you're not forcibly... No. That's not the impression I got.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's sort of a taking her by the arm and sort of being like, come with me.
But I'll put her out across the threshold, and I'll say, all right, if that didn't work, who are you? Essentially, I'm trying to create a platform of truth where I can say, I don't know what or who you are, but there's something here. And maybe I'm dimly aware of what's going on in the rooms, but I just don't know in the pub, in the Angel, in the hotel.
Well, I think this moment with her is happening probably simultaneously with Peregrine's moment with Annabelle, sort of being like, we need to follow.
So I say, you need to talk to me. You need to talk to me right now.
What can I tell you?
I can't protect you.
I don't need your protection. You needed mine earlier, and you all needed ours.
You're right. I understand.
When we released you from that carriage. What makes you think I need yours?
No. All right. Forgive me. Sorry.
You see an element of hurt in her eyes, and you realise it's from that moment with the slam against the door. Something's changed in her demeanour.
I take my hand off her, and I put it back, and I say, I'm sorry. Don't
worry.
I lost a friend, and I came to find him, and I don't even know. I thought he was dead, and now I think he's lost in some part of this mystery. His name is Robert.
Robert.
He was a good friend. He was a good friend of all of ours. But he found something. He found something remarkable, and I have this fossil still in my hand, I think, in the other hand, and I cradle it in that moment, and I say this, and then I just put it in my pocket again. And that proves something about what my friend just said.
Yeah.
Shape-shifting. They're both right. There is a shape-shifter here in this place. You tell me that I'm wrong, and I go back in there and we never lay eyes on each other again. And that might be for the best for both of us. But I don't
know whether you're wrong or not.
I don't think he's wrong. If you go out into those seas tomorrow, I don't know if you come back alive. You or your sister.
Listen, I'm not scared of them. To be honest, I'm more scared of the three of you.
You're not scared of anything, I can tell that.
Oh, why should I be? I've had my fair share of trouble. But tell me, these pretty patterns you like, them there on the polished rock you got, they're strange. But do you like them?
I'm drawn to them.
I thought you did.
That doesn't mean the same thing. And I unclasp the bag from my hand.
Yeah.
And I let it loose from my left hand, and the colour of the skin is almost white, from the grip. And
yeah.
And I hold the bag in two hands, and I say, I'm drawn to things, Gioria. It's the nature of me.
I see.
I can't speak for the other two, but I think they are in their way. We've been drawn to try and save our friend. And I just drop the bag at my feet. I don't toss it, but I drop it at my feet and I say, to be drawn to a thing is human.
Aye.
To be more than human is not natural.
Well, who's to say what's natural? You leaving that for me, are you?
No. I'm showing you that I can let go of something.
She smiles, and it does seem like more of a... You get the sense that maybe there is a sense of some sort of respect that might have shifted slightly, return a little bit. There's like a tiny gleam in her eyes, and she sort of says, well, impressive? Anyway, there's better stuff than that. Don't want to get hooked on that stuff.
Who are you?
You know my name.
I know your name, but I don't know who you are. Your sister, you.
I think at that moment, as she seems like she might be about to... She seems like to cock her head as if she's about to say something. I think that's the point where Peregrine probably bumps out into you and interrupts the conversation. Mm-hmm. You hear sort of Annabelle locking up and stuff.
May I ask a sort of retrospective question?
For sure.
When we were asking her about her navel, and she was saying, I was just born like this. Some people are born without one.
Yeah.
Did it seem to me like she genuinely believed that?
Retrospective psychology roll?
Little psychology roll.
I mean, I know that's really cheeky because that was a while ago, but...
No, but I think it's fair because it could have been percolating and it's recent enough that you could think back, you know?
Yeah. I just can't work out whether...
There was a lot happening in that moment.
Yeah. And I just can't work out whether she's...
It would be good if someone in the party was allowed it. I think I'm definitely not allowed it because I can't...
My psychology isn't great, but...
I'm
Well, I think Peregrine having been the only one to sort of pass his sanity test, it makes sense that he's the one maybe who thinks back and goes, wait a minute, what was her reaction to that?
Yeah, like, was she bullshitting us, or was it like uncomfortable? Was she like, oh, just, I was always told this as a child, that just some people don't have one, or...
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say I'm too close to the material.
Let's have a look, see what happens. I'm going to fail it anyway, but... I'd forgotten how bad my luck was, because I spent all that luck saving my life.
Sure, yeah, because you saved your life, that's why.
How important is this? I'm 3 points off. But
You've only got...
I only have 7 points of luck.
No, save them. No, save them.
Push it.
What's your psychology?
29.
No.
29.
Well, but recently I've been accused of cowardice, so...
See, other keepers, like Andy Goodman, might have been giving us a luck refresh every so often, man.
I know. My psychology is better than yours. That's ridiculous. You're irreverent.
But do you know what? If we weren't playing in slower than IRL time, you might have slept. And you might have got a luck refresh, or...
Yeah. No, I can't. That's like half my remaining luck. No, I can't spend it.
But I think you are suspicious, aren't you? As a player, you're suspicious.
Well, I don't know. I don't know which way I'm suspicious. I don't know what's weirder. Like, I know that it's not possible for someone to be born without a belly button. Peregrine knows that. So it doesn't, in a way, it sort of doesn't matter whether she... I'm just curious. I'm just puzzled by it. Anyway, okay, fine. I don't know.
But it's one thing if she's lying, and it's another thing if she wants to believe that she's normal.
Still not sure whether she's a victim or not, right? Like...
Yeah.
She basically... I think all these... This is running through your head as you sort of leave the... You see them next to each other. You see Carraig-Muir with his bag on the cobbled street next to him, stood there in the sort of the drizzle, which is slightly heavier now. It's sort of
hands open wide,
and she sort of stood there. And the drizzle is a bit more now, but it's more the wind seems to be whipping it up into these sort of almost like spiral shapes.
Nasty.
There's something about that just it really recalls to you the fog back from that time. But it isn't the fog. It's just this sea fret blowing in, and the drizzle being sort of whipped through the streets. And you see as you sort of stop, he's got his back to you. You can see her face over his shoulder, and she sort of looks up, and she seems to be smiling at him. And there's a light for a moment from like your left-hand side, and that's what illuminates her face slightly and makes you think, what is that? Is that smile real? And wait, for all that matter, was her reaction real? Back in the pub, it's like she's illuminated for a second, impossibly, like a god shaft, that sort of thing it feels like. And then she properly is illuminated, and the whole street sort of is illuminated very brightly suddenly. And there's this huge flash of light from up the hill to your left, and it illuminates Carraig-Muir in front of you, it illuminates her as well. And then suddenly you just hear this boom, and you suddenly have like a ringing in your ears. And this, again, Carraig-Muir, you get this same sensation as you're looking at her smile, as you've just asked her, like, what, who are you really? And she sort of looks back and smiles, and then you see her face illuminated, and then you just see this flash from up the hill. I think, Lady Helen, you probably are maybe stumbling out of the bar at this point if you were following Peregrine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In tears, checking for birds.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's just a momentary, like, yellow flash, this, like, thing, and then you all hear this, like an explosion, basically. Like, Carraig-Muir, you're straight back to, like, your heart just leaps, and you're straight back to the Sudan. You're straight back to some botched demolition job on a bridge somewhere.
I was going to say, this is like a night attack, yeah.
Or is it like a lightning strike?
Well, you look up, obviously, you're sort of immediately, there's this flash, and then there's the sound, and
Yeah.
almost like a ringing, and you look up, and you just see this, like, fire, this golden, fiery glow, and, like, smoke. And Bjarmia, again with you, looks up, and then just chuckles to herself, and says, well, that'll be the peelers out of the way at least. Time for the real festival.
Shit.
And you realise that the direction that came from was the
There's a police station.
which was just up the road where you'd come from, Peregrine. And she seems to be chuckling quite happily at that. And Annabelle runs out of the door with the shotgun in her hand and sort of, what the fuck was that? What's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, what?
Some sort of explosion, Annabelle.
Hi.
I think perhaps the police station.
The police station.
Fuck. We need to get out of town.
The birds have blown up the police station.
God.
The owls are not what they seem.
Lady Marjorie, we have to get you out of here. Peregrine.
We need to get all of us out of here. All of us.
Annabelle. And is Bjarmia still with us, or is she moving?
Bjarmia, yeah, she sort of like, she looked up in the same sort of, seemed like shock, and then just laughed and said, like, well, that seems to be the peelers done for at least. Now the real festival can start. Huh?
Now, and speaking of the real festival, remind me,
Yeah.
we're still 2 days away from the festival, from the May Day, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, obviously. No.
But Henry, when you spoke to Mortimer, he did say to you, like, he kept asking you, why have you come back? Why have you come back? And he also said they're going to I think they're going to go early. They're going to speed things up.
Ah, okay.
And you said why, and he said because of you sniffing around, because they know that there's danger, they know that there's people observing. So you know at least that one of them had a fear that, basically people seem to be getting panicked and they might be speeding up whatever ceremony they had planned.
Things are kicking off.
And also, what's the difference between a 2-day celebration that ends in a ritual and a 2-hour celebration that ends in a ritual?
Well, quite.
Well, true. I suppose.
Just more good times.
Yeah. No, like just in a meta sense, I
You were thinking, yeah.
I was thinking, would we benefit from actually, after all this, going back to bed, actually going to sleep, waking up tomorrow morning and doing whatever we want to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
Because it's now like...
So certainly in a safer place, potentially, yes. But it feels, with this attack on the police...
It's now 6:45.
Wait, what? We've gone back? I thought it was 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone back.
Oh, God.
No, I'm joking.
We've been playing this day for about 40 hours.
And the hand of glory walks through the street.
Yeah, and the sun just spins above.
Exactly. Tick, 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 tick. No, I can see it. It's very 90s.
I mean, you're basically there in this. Sorry, please do go back to the meta discussion. But in this moment, you're basically there, having just been illuminated by this light.
Yeah.
Bjarmia doesn't seem to be running away or anything.
No.
Annabelle's followed you out with a shotgun. The door's still open. She, as far as you know, still wants to wait for her parents, but she's obviously this moment is like, there's been an explosion, there's been some sort of accident. Guria seems quite chill about it.
And Annabelle's saying we have to get out of town.
Yeah.
God. Oh, God. Who was knocking at the door? It could have been a woodpecker. We have to get out of here in a few hours. It'll be the dawn chorus. I won't cope.
Yes.
I won't cope, Peregrine.
We do. Annabelle, you say we have to get out of town. Where do you have in mind?
I don't know. Well, we need to get to my parents first. I won't leave without them, but perhaps York, as close to York as we can get, or not yet. Maybe Bodbury. There's a few towns around here. Baytown, perhaps. No.
Maybe not there.
There's a lovely little spot, the Boggle Hole Guest House. No, I'm joking.
Meta question again for the players.
Yeah.
Because we know what Danann's like.
Yeah. In fact, I'll have a cigarette while you ask it, just so you can't see my face.
Why aren't her parents here yet?
I'm a bit nervous about that, but it may have been because they've been intercepted. Yep.
Because he said they were on the way.
Yep.
2.5 hours ago. So, are they not here yet? Because they're never going to come.
Well, Annabelle thinks they're on the way, right?
Annabelle thinks they're on the way.
Because they were intercepted.
I'm just like, at what point do we go? Because I felt like when she said my parents are on the way, I was like, oh, great. Allies who feel like they have knowledge and power. But now I'm like, if they're never going to turn up, then...
Well, she's the representative of them now.
Yeah, but she's not... She is going to wait for them, so she is no good. So
yeah, she's a local concept of an ally, but
we could go and find them.
We could go to the sweet shop, is what I was thinking. We could look to see if they're there.
Yeah,
we could go to find them,
not without risks.
I want to go to Weathersoul.
Well, all roads seem to lead there, but we don't want to go there empty-handed, right?
What do you want to go there with?
The ritual and the items of power. Always.
Items of power.
What is it?
But maybe our job is to go and stop a ritual.
What are the items of power? What is the ritual?
But maybe our job is to go and stop a ritual rather than to start a ritual. What items of power do we have? I've got a Vegvazir ring.
What if? Well,
yeah, well, that's definitely something.
We've got the. We could go to the sweet shop and take their ash water. That seemed to be important.
There's some ash in the pub. There's like ash.
Yeah, so there's this moth stuff, right? This is the moth powder. The moth dust.
The moth dust.
So my instinct is that this comes from it, Weathersoul.
The Mothman.
Mothman.
The moth mother, I think.
The moth girl.
The mother.
So this she is Weathersoul, and then is him up on the moor.
She is the man who deals the moth dust. Yeah, okay, I see your point.
So who's he and who's she? So she is Weathersoul, right? So he is someone else.
I think he's secondary and she's primary. That's my instinct, but I might be wrong.
She is primary. He is secondary. She is primary. I agree. Yeah, that's also my interpretation.
That's how it feels. That she's the old one.
Yeah.
And the dust that falls has qualities and powers and.
Oh God.
But it's become corrupted. It's become corrupted over time because people have been using it over time, and it's become factional. And now we're caught in that. But I don't know if Robert is still alive. But he might be. Mortimer was alive.
It was implied.
Which makes me think Robert might be alive.
It's been implied to me that he might still be alive, but he will be changed. We won't want to see what he has become.
But even that would be better than to lose sight of what might be. No, to have sight of what might be all the time would be madness. So better to know that he's become something terrible, and we resolve that, than not.
Certainly as a player, I agree.
Yeah, there was, on that, again, I won't interrupt too much in the meta discussion because it's useful and also I can't help but try and mislead because I'm a prick. But what they did say was, it was referenced that all of his voices, they talked about Robert's voices.
Okay.
Oh God, his voices.
confusing.
But you think we need something else before we go to Weathersoul?
I don't know, maybe not. I mean, my instinct is always to take it back to the scene, so I would say that I would go back to you in that moment as you come back out of the house and everything changes with the explosion. And I go over to you, McCutcheon, and I say, what do we do? I don't understand.
Annabelle.
There are too many parts, too many moving pieces.
Annabelle says we need to leave town, and if we leave town, I just think if we don't go to Weathersoul now, when...
I grab you by the forearm and I say, but they'll follow us.
Who will follow us?
They've already stuck pins on you. You said they stuck a pin on you.
Yes, but I don't have it anymore.
The whole town. No, but the whole town is on their side. I took your penknife to a haberdasher's, and he led me to a public house where Crane was.
So what do we do then? Go back to...
And then Crane took me underneath the ground, and I saw strange things. And I saw a wall made of mouths. I'm sorry, but it meets the description of our darkest fears.
A wall made of mouths? What do you mean?
Eyes and mouths.
Living mouths, or...
Yes. Not a natural thing. I'm sorry.
It could have been those birds that live underground.
Could have been birds that live under...
Oil birds.
They nest together, and they...
Lady Marjorie. No, Lady Marjorie. No, it wasn't.
Horrible creatures of hell.
No, it's all right. It's all right. All right, Reverend.
I don't...
McCutcheon. Talk to the girl. Talk to the girl. I'll stay with Lady Marjorie.
How do we know we can trust the girls? How do we know we can trust Annabelle or her parents? We don't know we can trust anyone.
No, I agree. Lady Marjorie, here, with me. Look at this.
To be fair, because Henry and Lady Marjorie got a sanity roll for your description of the hand with fingers coming off it, I feel like the description...
Yeah, thought you were gonna say that.
If you trust Henry, you get the sense that he had a bout. No, he didn't have a bout. He had an involuntary action, so he doesn't seem mad.
Hoo-wee. I rolled a 96 on my 52 sanity, so it's not quite a fumble.
No. Well, I mean, at least it's not a fumble. Have you got a 4 to hand? Do you want to...
Yeah.
Just to be fair,
2.
There you go. But you're still the most dangerously sane of...
Oh, yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah. But, I mean, it is a disturbing description.
Yeah, it certainly is, the wall of mouths.
The way he words it, this wall of mouths and eyes, unnatural. But he says to you still, which maybe snaps you out of it. What does he say? You speak to her.
I said, talk to the girl, gesturing to Gioria. And I was moving over to Lady Marjorie.
Yeah. You can see Annabelle, meanwhile, sort of like looking up at the fire. Like the bright gleam, the initial bright gleam is gone, but there's still just clearly this plume of light. It's hard to see in the dark night, obviously, but you can tell there's smoke coming off it and a fire going, and she seems to be looking up between that and frantically down towards the bridge. You assume for any sign of her parents, perhaps, or whatever, but she's sort of scanning the area. Again, no one seems to be in the street, but you get a sense of movement in general. In that moment, maybe as you move to Marjorie and you move to Gioria, there's just like this little sort of Kaylee in the street of switching conversation partners. You get a sense of that unsettling feeling of like knowing that there is movement and, if not revelry, then like sort of frantic movement somewhere nearby, but you can't quite place where it is. Like you get it's like being near a festival, but not being able to hear the music. It's there's a frenetic element to the silence, if that makes any sense. No, it doesn't, but maybe that's why it's slightly unsettling. But yeah, feel free to do-si-do and switch partners as Annabelle cocks the shotgun again and checks the ammunition.
Lady Marjorie.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Who do the gulls follow? The gulls follow Grendel, don't they?
Why do the seagulls follow the trawler? Because they expect the fish to be thrown into the sea.
Yeah, Cantonar just walks past, chucks that over his shoulder.
Someone turn that radio off. I can't hear you.
Sometimes they follow the enigmatic French sportsman, but
They can do.
also they follow Grendel, don't they?
Grendel.
Because he lives down by the edge of the sea, whereby he swims into the pool to meet his mother,
Yes,
the dragon beneath.
yeah,
Those gulls, they're speaking to Grendel all the time.
yeah.
He's a monster. He's raiding the high hall, the mead hall. But why? Why does he do it? Why does he want to raid us? Why do the gulls follow they follow him for the tidbits that he scatters, the blood and bone and gristle of men who he's eaten.
Scavenge.
But why does Grendel attack the needle hole? I don't know. I need your help. You've got to tell me.
I don't know. It's because because he's attracted by the noise, isn't he? And the sounds and the light.
The warmth.
And the warmth.
Community of men.
And he's been outside all this time. He's not one of us. And perhaps on some level he wants to be. But he's a monster. He's a monster.
You also think on that track of he's attracted by the noise and the light in the old story, and he's not one of us, but wants that comfort, but doesn't know how to take it without violence. You're struck by the fact that actually, really, Grendel, it's all about sort of loss and rejection, and feeling unwanted, being an unwanted thing, and there's a sort of an element of tragedy to. But anyway, that was just something to add into that moment. While this is happening, Peregrine, do you approach Gioria and ask her anything?
I'm not sure what else I have to ask her.
I mean, you've only just met her, really.
Yeah, but also,
you recognise her from the carriages. She's already mentioned that she helped you with the peelers, but...
Don't get in the boat. Do not get in that boat.
Right. Well, I won't then. Listen, I gotta get back to my sister. I don't know what you guys are doing, but, good luck to you, okay?
And to you.
Aye. And, a cab. No, she doesn't say that.
Yeah, no, I think I just let her go.
Yeah.
Because, I just, what are we going to do? Recruit every waif and stray in the whole of Whitby and take them all to Weathersoul with us?
That's what the scenario says to do for the best possible outcome.
Does it?
It is, but you haven't read it. I haven't given you the book yet. But she does. She does have a sense that she's going to go, and she says, "I need to get back to my sister." And I think at that moment, she does sort of just. She goes to go, and then she just strokes the side of Henry's shoulder, and just says, "I have to away. If you stay for the festival, let me know. But you seem in a lot more trouble than I am. So,
I think I turn like a big dog called to heel. Yeah. At the touch of the shoulder, I'm all poised and alert. And I say, "Aye, you do. Well, you do what you have to do. We all do.
In another life. In another life, huh?" And she winks at you. And then she turns and walks off.
I don't think he has anything to say to that, knowing full well that he's already had 2 lives, and she can never possibly understand.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But that does draw me back to both McCutcheon and Marjorie, who I think have also had 2 lives. And I look at Marjorie first, and I say, "I don't know how we do this. Grendel is still a monster and is still threatening the hearth home."
It was then that this monster, who moved by spite against humankind, had caused so much harm, so feuding with God, found at last that flesh and bone were to fail him in the end.
And I think I pull my hand up and I look at it, checking the number of fingers. And then in a sort of panic, I look over at McCutcheon and I say, "What is this place?"
What is or why is? What is this place?
Aye, what? Or why?
I thought you said, why is this place?
I'll take why or what. I don't care.
Such a funny response to such a dramatic question. Sorry, what or what?
I'm really sorry. I thought you said, why is this place? So I was waiting for the next bit.
Oh, I see.
What is this place? Why is this place the place that it is?
Whitby. What is Whitby? I don't believe there's anything more for us in this town.
Whitby. Whitby. The White Bay? Is that what it's called? Is that why it's called Whitby? The White Bay?
Do you think Robert...
I believe so. Makes sense.
We never even thought about it.
It does make sense.
I mean, I believe so as in...
Do you think...
You just said it, and I believed you.
Jet black stone. White Bay. Contrasts.
Do you think...
Sorry, Marjorie.
It is also... Well, I mean, if you're thinking about Whitby and jet and everything, you as a geologist know for a fact that, like, Whitby jet is, like, a phenomenon. It's, like, rarer than diamonds in the world. Like, proper jet. Because it's, like, a unique phenomenon. I think it's only in Whitby and certain parts of South America, but, like, Whitby has the highest concentration of it in the world.
How bizarre.
Yeah, weird.
Really bizarre. And, like, it became popular under Queen Victoria because she, when she went into mourning, she ordered loads of jet jewellery, and it, you know, the whole country's fashion changed to become, you know, about that. So you're in the height of, like, jet mining in the area. Like, most of the people are either going to be fishermen or jet miners still, because that's this sort of continuing fashion. But also it's the fact that you suddenly think, well, yeah, jet is all from monkey puzzle trees, right? That's the only tree it comes from.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Oh my God.
what happened was there was a huge flood, like a cataclysmic event in Scandinavia that basically felled, like a flood that felled thousands of these trees, and they drifted down, and because of the tides they all landed around Whitby, around that coast, and got pushed into the sediment and basically fossilised.
Bizarre.
There's just a moment maybe where you're thinking about that, and you're thinking about Beowulf, and you're thinking about the Vegvasir and all that sort of the Scandinavian links, the Viking links, and you think about these ancient trees floating down to this coast and landing here in this specific place.
Something else floated down here. It's here.
It's more of a thematic, a general thing, but since you're a geologist, I'll just give you that.
But didn't Robert say that the helmet is here?
Yeah, the helm.
The helm is here. It's at Weathersoul, isn't it? McCutcheon, the helmet is at Weathersoul.
I assume so.
Did Robert know? Did Robert know what he was looking for when he came here?
He knew the concept of it. I don't think he understood that it could drive men and women to this sort of belief, this sort of passion, this sort of strangeness. Something came over me in the street. Something weakened me. Oh, friends.
What if...
I'm scared.
What if he did know? What if he knew all along? What if he wanted this?
Well, let's bloody ask him. You're right. Weathersoul. Let's go there. It was on that map, wasn't it?
Yeah, you've still got the map. I think Lady Marjorie's probably got it tucked down her tits.
Yes, I've got it tucked down my tits. Oh, I don't like calling them my boobs, I mean. Tits. Horrible tits.
You also remember that Theodore Pugh, who was the guy the guy you all met at Oster, who claimed to have, you know, gotten the same postcard from Robert and felt guilty for being the one who was responsible for sending him up here. He said he'd told Robert about, like, there was a helm and a breastplate and a sword, and they were meant to be marked in these locations, and there was something up there. He said there was a helm, and he kept talking about Beowulf as well. So you know that the implication, if you believe that guy, I mean, he was then had his throat slit by a giant owl, so hard to tell if you believe him or not. But also, Mortimer just talked to him about you from the cage as well.
More likely that I do believe him, in truth. Why else would he be being killed by a cultist?
Well, quite. Yeah.
I'm forgetting something. When we were talking just now, we were talking about Weathersoul as the primary, and who was the secondary we were talking about?
Some man on the hill who has the moth dust. I can't remember where that information came from.
I think that might have been from Tom Mortimer, or it was from a conversation that you were having.
Annabelle also mentioned it.
Annabelle mentioned it. I think it was a dual revelation.
She spoke about the fact that her parents, because of course Marjorie, you remember, like, her parents, when you met them at the sweet shop, tried to bless you, like as if you would with holy water. And
you were asking about the dust. Yeah, that's right. You were asking about the dust, Dan, as Peregrine was asking about the dust.
Yeah.
And she said, I know this stuff. This is from the man on the hill.
Yeah, my parents believe, but they're old believers, and the only place you can get the dust now is the man from the moors. He has it.
The man from the moors.
But he's dangerous. We shouldn't go near him. You know, she was basically warning you off.
Lady Marjorie says, the man on the moors, he's dangerous. He's out there, outside of civilization. What if he is Grendel? And where the soul is Grendel's mother.
Where the soul on the map?
Yeah.
Does it appear to be, like, what sort of a place is it on the map? Is it moorland? Is it up a mountain? It's
moorlands. All around this area is moorlands.
Yeah.
Except these little towns, like you got Baytown, you got Whitby, you got Scarborough, the little inlet towns. Other than that, it's just moors. It's about a mile and a bit. It's basically halfway between Robin Hood's Bay and Whitby.
Okay, so it's quite close.
Maybe slightly closer to Whitby. It's relatively close, yeah.
But inland from the coast.
But inland from the coast by about a mile as well. The tunnel you went through seemed to be leading in a general direction, but also there are roads everywhere. You could probably get closer to it. You'd probably get close to it on land if you wanted, but it is just 3 points marked on the map, and it just says in handwritten writing, Weathersoul.
3 points?
Yeah, but very close together, like a little ... sort of thing, like a little triangle.
Like a trick point, like a triangulation, yeah.
Yeah.
You should both know that when they left me, Crane, when he left me, was it David Crane? Am I getting the name that?
Richard Crane, the father, right?
It wasn't Fraser Crane, we all know that.
Well, it might have been Fraser Crane.
No, it was Crane. You need to know that this fella Crane, Richard Crane, he said this to me. He said, you may be safe from it down here. It may not come for you if you're down here. That's what they said to me. I don't understand it. And then Mortimer told me that I must give my things away to the first person that I met. And there was a chance for me.
And have you done so?
I tried, but Gloria pulled them back on me. I don't know if that breaks the pattern or the promise, but...
Which of your things do you think are particularly...
All of them. Like Christ, I say to you, very directly.
Did you find a pin? I say to you, equally directly.
Or Beowulf, I say indirectly. He refused to use any weapon against Grendel.
Oh, so now the man of faith pleads me to become the rationalist when it comes to finding a fucking pin. Don't attack me for the fact that I don't know. Fine, and I start tearing my clothes, like ripping at stuff, to try and find this pin.
He refused to use his weapon because he considered himself Grendel's equal. He refused. Beowulf refused.
He was a Christian hero, I say to you, Peregrine. Do you not remember the lesson? Do I find a pin in my frantic searching?
New.
No.
I
can't find anything, Peregrine. Pip, I have nothing. I don't know.
He took Grendel's arm. Hand. The hand, fractal hands growing in hands.
Oh. Aye, the burning hand. It comes back to that, doesn't it?
Ah, the hand of glory. Ah.
Sometimes I try and tell myself that it wasn't real, and I go over and I hug Marjorie. I put my arms around her, and I look accusingly at McCutcheon. And I say, I don't know. I don't know how to protect the weak. I don't know how to shepherd them. Isn't that your job?
Well, if you really think that's my job, then maybe I should turn around and go back to Newton Valence and look after my flock there. I'm not sure what's being achieved by standing around in the street shouting at each other about whether or not to go to Weathersoul.
Well, exactly.
Seems to me that that's where we need to be headed.
and nothing we can do can arm us better than we already armed. You seem to think there's something else we must find out, but there's no one else we have left to speak to who we can trust. Something else to find, but we have nowhere else to go to find anything. You want to go back to your mouths under the earth? Back to the museum where we were chased out by policemen, down into the trapdoor, pick up some seaweed? I'm sorry, Henry, but I don't know what there is left. Except our faith.
I walk over to the bag, I pick the bag up, and I glare at you, and I say, Fine. I don't know why Robert loved you in the first place, you bloodless bastard. To where the soul it is. Come on, Lady Marjorie.
Is there a lake? Is there a lake at Weathersoul?
Annabelle, she sort of let these two have at each other in the moment because, I mean, it's quite heated. She doesn't want to get involved, however dramatic the moment is, generally. When you say that, she says, don't know about a lake. A mere, at least.
A mere?
Something of that nature. It's the tumuli up there, you know? The burial mounds, the old burial mounds. But you're wrong, Reverend. You're right about faith. And my parents would agree with you. But I think they can arm us with something more. If Weathersoul's where you need to go, I need to leave town. And I strongly advise you to come with me. But I'm not leaving without my parents. So, I've a trap out the back for the urns and the kegs and, well, what say we take that down Church Street?
Well, very well. If they won't come to us, we will go to them.
I can't leave them. Something's... And she's glancing around you. She's still got the glow from up the street, from towards the police station. You can see her sort of like... It's like she goes from that, turns from that to the bridge, looking for figures. And as her head passes between those two directions, it's almost like she turns down because she knows there's no point in looking, but it's like she's trying to sense something or like listen out for something. And you're aware of that sense again, that there are people, there is something happening in this town that is maybe just a street or two away. There's that unsettling feeling of movement and motion away from you. And she says, I can't leave them, but I can give you a ride to them, and they might be able to give you something if you're going up there.
Very good.
I take Peregrine and Henry's hands in mine, and I bring them together, and I say, Mere is the old English for lake. Grendel's mother dwelt at the bottom of such a thing. I think we're going to meet her. But maybe we should seek. These people know something. Those girls, they know something they weren't telling us. This woman, her parents, they know things they wouldn't tell me. They showed me the worms, but there was more. I know there was more. They wouldn't tell me the truth.
I think those poor girls are as ignorant as they are innocent.
Yes.
They know nothing of how they were formed, whether they be hatched or spawned from the earth or...
Oh, God. Hatched.
I don't know, but they were not born of woman.
From eggs. From eggs. Oh. No, we have to stick together.
Aye. To the street shop, then.
Very good.
Yes, and then to Weathersoul.
That's where your folks are, your people.
Aye.
And then to Weathersoul. And then to Weathersoul, and we'll see. We'll see if the old stories are true.
If you must. And she takes this breath, takes one last glance each way up and down the street and says, this way.
This was an Apocalypse Players production. Lady Helen Marjorie Bjarmia Potts is played by Dominic Allen, Dr. Henry Carraig-Muir by Joseph Chance, Reverend Peregrine McCutcheon by Dan Wheeler, and your keeper of arcane lore is Danann McAleer. An Uncommon Burial will conclude next year.
To Wethersall, she says. And then we'll find out if the old stories are true, she says. But that's not the point. That's not what faith is. You don't find out. It wouldn't be faith if you did. A wise woman once told me that those who deny the Gospels do so merely because they can't believe one man could cheat death. One man. One man could cheat death. That's the point. Not anyone. One man. The Christ. But the people here worship something much older than that. That effigy wrapped in crumpled linen. Is he their Christ? A Christ? An anointed one? Anointed as they are with dust. My God dwells in the heavens. Does theirs dwell in the earth? I don't want to find out if the old stories are true. But it looks like that's where we're going. To Wethersall.